Hey everyone, welcome back to the fourth official. My name is Rome. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I come today with a heavy heart, guys. It's sad to say, but I'm ashamed of where we are today in football. I'm massively ashamed of what is going on. And if you've been living under a rock, what's been happening is that 12 teams has decided to succeed from the union. This is just the American Civil War revamped in a football civil war, fam. 12 teams have decided to step away from the governing body of football to create their own league so that they could preserve themselves financially. 12 major teams in the world of football in Europe has decided that we are going to be running too much of a risk going past COVID and going into the uncertainties of the next league next year and the years beyond. So we need to preserve ourselves. We need to preserve our status. We need to preserve our big club status. And to hell with the rest of the world. To hell with football. To hell with the other leagues. To hell with the fans, bro. The fans who've been sticking with them from day one. They don't care. They don't care because the major business of football is all that matters to these men. They don't give a crap about anybody else. And so today we're going to talk about the real reason why this is happening. And you guys might not, you guys know this because you know football is no longer about football. It's about the money. It's about the broadcasting deals. It's about the CEOs and the owners of the club making money on the backs of fans, right? And these 12 clubs ranging from in Europe, or start by country. When you look in England, you have Manchester City, Manchester United, Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool, six clubs, the six big clubs in England has decided to succeed against their football and governing body. Over to Italy, you have Juventus, Inter Milan, AC Milan, the three biggest names in Italy decided to succeed against their governing body. Over to Spain, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, again, three big teams in that league decided to just so that they can preserve themselves and get billions of dollars over the next 4 or 5 years. Um, they're expected to add more teams to this 12, possibly going up to 20 teams. And the way they want to set this up is, again, the Americanization of this is capitalist thinking in terms of business, is that, again, to hell with everybody else, we're just going to focus on us, right? So what we're going to be doing is there's no way no one can get relegated from this league. Yes, it is a league, but basically you just come to get paid and participate. The participation medal mentality of these businessmen from America is messing up the world, it's messing up our football, the football that we are grown to love, right? We grew up in different, everyone grows up differently watching football. My desire to watch Manchester United was stymied by my lack of resources. I could only wait as a kid growing up in Jamaica to see highlights on a weekend. It wasn't until later on in my life when I was able to watch matches and talk about the team where I want and learn about the club that I love so much. And now we're finding the same thing that brought us as fans, brought us together as fans for our football club. Is the same thing that they're getting rid of right now. So why should I continue to be a fan of this football club? It doesn't make any sense, does it? Because if you think about it, what we're here for is the Manchester United of old, the Manchester United that got through the atrocities of the air crash that took eight of our players, rebuild a team to become champions again, champions of Europe. The Manchester United that dominated all of the 90s and the early 2000s and the late 2000s. The Manchester United that Alex Ferguson built a statue. Alex Ferguson built a status that is world renowned, a fan base that is world renowned. We don't have that anymore, fam. We have a group of greedy mother from America, fam, that went and bought this club on debt. Listen to me what I'm saying. They went and through JP Morgan bought this club on debt. Remember that bank called JP Morgan because you're gonna hear a lot more about them. And no, they wanted to bring it into a way, into a different type of light. They want to bring it so that we no longer of any sort of competition. You get into a league, you're guaranteed a certain amount of money every year, and it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, you're getting that money. The 15 founding clubs will be guaranteed a certain amount of money every year. It doesn't matter what happens else in the rest of the league, every year you're guaranteed the money. So win or lose, you're good for. Well, the onus is on us as fans not to sit back and just take this up the crap, bro. We need to say, listen, I am not going to support you anymore. I'd rather go watch Leeds or West Ham rather than go watch you play Barcelona every week just because you want money. Because this is not for nothing else. You're not playing because you're going to win. Because when you win, you don't get anything. When you lose, you don't get any. You don't get anything. It's the same thing over and over. What's the point of playing, fam? So you can call yourself world champions when you're really not playing against the world, you're just playing against a group of people, fam. This is just absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And it's very hard. It's very hard to wrap your head around the type of people who are we allowed to come into the game that we love and just turn it upside down. But think for a second who is actually involved in this. Juventus, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Manchester United, the team that I love dearly. Remember that. Those are the guys that are pushing this right now, especially Manchester United. We talk about the Civil War. Well, the Glazer family is equivalent. The Glazer family right now is equivalent to General Lee. That's who the Glazer family is right now, leading the charge. General Lee in the Civil War right now. That's who the Glazer family is. They are pushing this, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. And whether you're watching this from the playback or you're watching this live, go ahead and interact. Tell me what you guys think. Send me a message if you can. But I'm gonna tell you why the Glazer family are playing the game the way they are right now. As I said, these teams are already in debt. Manchester United in debt. Juventus in debt. Who else? Barcelona, massive, massive debt. Real Madrid, the same as well. So these men realize that in order for you to make money in sports in Europe, as opposed to America, you have to be investing in your team. Remember, when you're playing in America, they have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that their owners are. And year after year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been playing shit, haven't been performing. But they're not getting relegated, and they still get the same amount of money that they're supposed to get from the league, right? All they have to do is buy their time, wait for Tom Brady to become free, get him, pay him a shit ton of money, put some players around him, trade until the right players are around him, and then boom, they win a championship. But it's different in Europe when it comes to football, real football, because what you have to do as a club in England, in order for you to do well, you have to invest in a team. You have to invest from the bottom up, from the facilities to the youth program to transfers to coaching. Every aspect of the club you have to invest in order for you to do well. And that's what they're running from, fam. That's what the Glazer family and all of them are running from. They don't want to spend money to gain money. They want it to be a situation where they can sit back, not have to invest in your team, but still have the same amount of money coming in, which is exactly what this is. For you to be successful in the world of football in Europe, you need to win. But if you go into this type of game in the ESL, you don't have to win shit. You understand? You just participate every day. They don't care about nothing else. They don't care about no one else. What does this do for the rest of the league? What does this do for the Premier League? What does this do for all of the cups? What about the Champions League? What about the story of Leicester City, where in 2014 they were 1 point outside of being relegated? In 2015, them man win the league, which means them and their fans are now able to play in the Champions League, which used to be the pinnacle of football. Champions League used to be the pinnacle of where you want your players to be. But no, because of selfishness, because of greed, these men want to break away from their clubs. Right? These men are now willing to break away from their clubs just so that they can be called. I have to change the. Excuse me, guys. I have to change the. Allow me to change the thing right here. That should be B, not V. There you go. I should change it. That should be V. So, so can't remember where I was. But yeah, ideally, make sure you interact with it if you're in. Drop a like on the video as well. Make sure you interact with it as well. Just let us know who's here, who's not. I don't know. I even forgot where I was. So yeah, we have to understand why exactly this is happening. Let's get that right. Let's understand why exactly this is happening. At this point in time, we know that all of these clubs are in debt, right? We know for a fact that when they go into this so-called league, they will continue to make money. But what we're not talking about is what it does for everybody else. There's no development in football for everybody else. Are these clubs going to be the only clubs to develop young talents when the other leagues go down? There will be no more Dele Alli because Dele Alli who came from a club in the championship. There will be no more aspect or no ways for them to perform so in another league, a lower league, so they can come and become footballers, become international footballers. And what about when these clubs have players that are not yet developed to play for their clubs? It's going to be a situation where since you're not good enough to be on the ESL level, I'm just going to have you play in the Premier League, right? So now we have two squads, two levels of football because the Premier League is not worth anything anymore. Remember, the pull of the Premier League is that 20 teams vying for different positions, and then you have 6 to 8 teams vying for the top 4 positions in a farm. When you take that away, when you take the ability away to compete for the top positions in the league, what does that leave for competitiveness, fam? And we can't just blame the clubs as well, you know. We can't just sit here and say, all right, we're going to blame the clubs. The companies who are vying for these football, for these broadcasting rights, they need to be blamed as well. Being Sports, all of them need to be blamed as well. From Being Sports, Fox, NBC, Sky Sports, BBC, all of them that are out there willing and ready to bid for these type of contracts so that I can show it. They need to be blamed as well. Fans should not be watching this, fam. Fans should nowhere near be watching this. This is absolute garbage, bro. Total and utter bullshit. Everybody is against it. Every single one is against it. Allow me. I'm gonna tweet out the link. Back to where I was. So yeah, nobody is agreeing with this move. Absolutely no one is agreeing with this move. Right now, the game is what does this do for the rest of the league? What does this do for the rest of the league? I hear Jurgen Klopp has come out with a statement. I have to look out to see what he said. Let me go find out what Jurgen Klopp said. All right, so from Jurgen Klopp via the BBC, I have the same opinion about the Super League. It's a tough one. People aren't happy, and I am not involved. Liverpool Football Club is more than some decisions. My aim has always been to be a part of the Champions League. I like the idea that West Ham can play in the Champions League. Straight up, simple as that. And that's basically where everyone should be. There need to be competition. You need to earn the right to play in the Champions League. You need to earn the right to play in the Champions League. I'm looking at a picture right here from someone in a goalkeeper shirt that says UEFA Champions League, earn it. And that's exactly right. Manchester United shouldn't be a part of this no way, no how, because everything you have gotten in your life, you have earned from. Manchester United too, Alex Ferguson, Matt Bugsby, all of the players over the century, over the years, have earned the right to say that they are the biggest club. You don't get sit down and say, because I've done that, give it to me. Arsenal is 10th in the fucking league, fam. Why are they now sitting here and they're going to play in the ESL? What has given Arsenal the right to play in the ESL? Tell me. Why is Arsenal earn the right to play in the ESL? Why has Tottenham earned the right to play in the ESL over Leicester, who has won a league for more recent than them? Porto, Aston Villa, Leeds, those clubs have heritage, big fan base. Why are they not in the ESL? Why are they not one of the founding members? The reason, people, is because it's called about self-preservation. The owners now realize that one, they're in debt, and this gives them guaranteed revenue. So if they don't perform next year and they don't make the top four, boom, they have revenue. So they don't have to worry about the Champions League money. This gives them guaranteed revenue, which saves their ass, and they can continue to pull dividends from the club every year. While in the Champions League, in the current format, you have to earn that, meaning you have to perform. In order to perform, you have to invest in your team, spend a bunch of money. They don't want that. And they now realize that if they go to Leicester, Aston Villa, and say, I need your player, Leicester can look at you, I have money too, so you have to pay up that money to get this player. They don't want that type of competition. They don't want to hear that, fam, which is confusing and baffling to me because, again, it's going back to the American owners that will have the American setup where all they care about is making money, fam, and doing fuck everything else. Fuck everything else. So, I mean, I respect Klopp in saying, listen, and he probably knows he's on the way out of Liverpool. I don't know. I can't speak towards that, but Klopp come out saying, listen, you have to earn the right to play in the Champions League, and that's where it is. The Champions League should be the pinnacle, fam. You understand what I say? The Champions League should be the pinnacle. Think about when they're planning on playing these games during the week, during the goddamn week where they normally play Champions League games. So basically, Champions League, the broadcasting money that they would get from that would come in from the Champions League, which is what exactly give them the money, would no longer be there because now we are restricted to have smaller clubs which don't have the fan base that carries the broadcast, that pushes the broadcasting money. They're trying to kneecap the Champions League. I told you guys, this is a civil war all over again. They're trying to kneecap UEFA by saying, give us what we want or not at all. And this is sad, bro. This is wrong, bro. This is absolutely wrong. And I'm ashamed to be a Manchester United fan because of these Glazers, these Robert E. Lee motherfuckers, fam. I'm just going to say it straight up, bro. It is wrong, absolutely wrong. Think about the structure of this ESL, where you heading out to play a game and pick up football. You got your friends on your side, the other players on their side, 5v5, little scrimmage goal. Let's have some fun. No referee, fam. So every time he get touch, I call foul, we argue. All right, give him the foul, don't give him the foul. That's how this is set up because the organizers are the participants, fam. The people who are taking over, the people who are running the competition are the ones who are participating in the competition, fam. How the fuck that makes sense? Somebody help me make that make sense. Not only are you never relegated, but the organizers are the ones who are running, who are participating. Think about this for a second. As fans, as a Barcelona fan, me as a supposed soon not to be Manchester United fan, and you're playing in the ESL, Barcelona sitting 7th out of their group of 10, Manchester United sitting 8th out of their group of 10. In order for you to make the next round, you have to be in the top 3, and then 6 and 7 have a playoff who will make the 4th for going at the next round for the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals, right? But if you're sitting 8th and 7th with no chance of getting into the top 4, think about the quality of football that you'll be watching. Because there's no impetus to become 6th, 7th, or 8th. So I'm just going out there to play because it's my job, fam. There's no pushback. You're not playing for anything because guess what? The club itself will still get the same amount of money whether you come 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th. With 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. The only difference is a trophy, fam. The only difference is a trophy. What is there for you to play for, bro? We know the pinnacle is the Premier League. So there's always competition, especially in the English Premier League, from first all the way down to sixth or seventh, fam, fighting to get into the four spots. That gives you a drive, that gives you to want to check other games. That makes sure you want to stay tuned to your team so that your team wins. You check the opponent's results, which is what makes the Premier League so exciting. What the fuck are they doing, fam? I'm not gonna lie, yo. This shit got me up all night, fam. All night. I haven't been so upset ever. I've been very, very pissed, bro. Very, very pissed because they're taking everything out of the game. They're literally, basically destroying the game. Slowly but surely destroying the game. Why? Why? Because of greed. They want to be able to say, I can make money out of this football without investing into this football. It is absolutely beyond me, fam. It is absolutely beyond me. Where do we go from here? What's next? I don't know, fam. I can't tell you what's next. There's no way I can tell you what's next. Because right now they have the pulling power. And we know, I mean, UEFA and FIFA has come out with statements threatening them to do stuff. I think they should be relegated, fam. I think they should be relegated if they want to play in the the ASL. Play in the ASL, they're going to be relegated. Bring up 6 more teams. I have no problems watching Leeds for the season or West Ham for the season, fam. And when they get relegated, their players will leave. So they will be playing in the ESL and those things with their youth players, in which case fans won't watch them if they don't have the players. How many fans will watch Barcelona without Messi? So if the players get up and leave and go play for clubs in the Champions League, then that's where the fans will move to. I can tell you right now, the way disappointed I am with Manchester United, if they continue with this, I won't watch them, fam. I will not support them. And that hurts me to say that because I'm a diehard, straight to the tilt Manchester United fan. And they don't even know how this is affecting people worldwide. There are countless people who left their jobs, right? Or who didn't have a job prior to become YouTubers who are making a living, having a career as YouTubers, supporting their teams, fam. Manchester United have a whole fan base of just YouTubers. Same for Chelsea, same for Tottenham. What's going to happen to them when all their fans, all of the people who tune into them are no longer tuning into their YouTube channel because they cannot support Manchester United? I, for one, I'm going to unsubscribe to all of them YouTube channels. If they continue to support Manchester United because that's what they have to do as a YouTuber and that's their brand and that's what build their platform. I don't have to support that platform because I don't want to see anything about Manchester United. Unsubscribe from MUTV. Unsubscribe from them email chain. Never buy another jersey. I never used to go to games because I live in England. But I guarantee you a lot more people will not go to games. They realize within this pandemic that they don't need people in their stadiums anymore. They'll still be able to get money some way, somehow. But I have no problems with deducting points from them this season and then relegating them next season. You can have that in your powers, fam. All of them for go. Why is Chelsea and Manchester City in this? They have money for spare, bro. They have money for dash way. Why are they in this cast? Why are they in this, fam? What are they doing in this? But people, there is somehow, some way, somehow, a light at the end of the tunnel. There is. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I can tell you how, fam. If this doesn't go through, if this is dead in the waters, right? If somehow this falls through the crack, this would be the last play for Ed Woodward and the Glazers to get rid of the debt and make money out of Manchester United. This will be their last power play. So if they don't have this option anymore to milk the club of money because we're constantly in debt, maybe, just maybe they will sell the club, fam. Maybe If this doesn't go through, we will see the end of them. Because I do believe this is the last power play. A lot of these clubs didn't come up with it. This is coming straight from Manchester United, straight from Robert Ely himself, the Glazer family, and JP Morgan fam. JP Morgan was that bank that funded, that gave the Glazer family the loan they needed to get Manchester United. So this is not nothing new, They're willing to pay millions of dollars, fam, to clubs so that the clubs can, so that, think about what JP Morgan gets from funding this, bro. What? What do they get from funding this? What does the Glazers get from participating in this, fam? What? Can you tell me? They get constant revenue every day. Constant revenue every year. They don't have to invest in their teams. Because right now they're getting pressure left, right, and center to buy people, bring them in the club so they can improve. But if you're playing in a league where you're guaranteed money, I don't have to buy anybody. The aim is not to win, fam. It's never been their aim. The Glazers want a system where they don't have to win trophies to get money, but just to participate and still have money. As long as there's a banner that says Manchester United with the fan base that still have a push, that's all they need to get money. Now, while they're not able to convince me and a few others, they still have millions of fans all over the world who is not following this as close as this and still want to watch Manchester United. So they'll still have a following. What's going to stop them from taking Manchester United out of Manchester and taking it to Singapore and call it Singa United? What's going to stop them from doing that? We need to rein these fuckers back, fam. We need to rein every single one of them back because they can do whatever they want. Remember, franchises in America can at any time pick up their American football team and take them to any state in America. If we allow these people to continue like this and do this, what's going to stop the Glazer family, Robert Ely and co, to take up Manchester United and take it to Singapore, fam? Or take it to Jamaica and call it Kingston United, fam? Or Arnett Garden United, right? What is going to stop them from doing that, brother? Nothing is going to stop them from doing that. It's virtually impossible. We need to rein this back. And by the way, I am not living in England. I don't know much about English politics, but I do know about that Brexit referendum. Where are the politicians? Why is it that you're not signing legislation at this moment to get rid of outside investors out of your football? You guys wanted Brexit, no? You guys wanted Brexit, yeah? Why is it that everyone else, that you don't like normal immigrants coming into your country, but you allow foreign immigrants to invest in your country, take over your companies, and just turn it shambles because they might give you money? Because they're getting this in your back pocket, you don't care, fam. What happened to Brexit? You guys boast about Brexit, have a referendum year after year after year on Brexit. Why is it that you guys are not challenging this at this moment? What happened to Brexit, fam? Politicians. You guys are against it now because they haven't given you any money yet. But I'm pretty sure someone will be lobbying you in a few days or a few weeks just to say, yeah, I'm going to slide you this so you can just keep it under the rocks. The reason why the newspapers in England right now are reporting the truth is because no one touched them on the shoulder and said, no, I have something for you. I have something for you. Don't just make sure you sell this in the right light. This is a shambles, fam. This is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Don't fall for it, people. Don't fall for it at all. Do not fall for it. This is absolutely disgusting. And I guarantee you I ate every second of it. Every fucking second. And today is what? 4/19. I guarantee you. If this continues the way it is, I will not be watching Manchester United anymore. I will not be a fan of Manchester United. It's that simple. So don't get this twisted. When they talk about they're doing this for the betterment of football, they are not, fam. They're doing this for the betterment of themselves. These clubs are in debt, bar a couple of them, and they're doing it so that they can get constant money throughout the years so they can help themselves out of it and work on making money. They don't want to win. They don't want to they just want to participate. And it's sad. They're trying to bring the American system over to Europe. All they have to do is just be a franchise and be a part of the league, and that's it. That is it. There's no consequences for losing anymore, fam. Why are we growing up our kids to be like that? There is no consequences for losing. There is no, I just got relegated, I'm going to reshuffle and come right back up. None of that is there anymore, fam. It's the saddest thing I've ever experienced in sports. As a former athlete, as a Manchester United fan, I'm ashamed. I'm absolutely motherfucking ashamed. People, that has been my rant. I appreciate your time. Not many people come on, but when you're watching this back, please drop a like on the video, leave some comments, let me know what you think. Make sure you subscribe to the channel when you come on to watch it. I don't know where this is going. I'm going to be a football fan, and this channel had the intention to be a football fan, speaking about football with a massive bias towards Manchester United. Now, if they continue with this, I'll just have a fan. I'll just be a fan of football, talking about football and not talking about any of the top 6 clubs in England that left the union, succeed in union because they were told they couldn't be financial slave owners, fam. That's basically what it is. These clubs wanted to be called masses, wanted to be financial slave owners. And when the UEFA and FIFA said no, they decided to secede from the union. So, on behalf of all the fans around the world, all you 12 clubs, continue to fuck off. Goodbye. Have a nice life.